How you feel, Andy?
I'm good. It's suffer an injury. You're trying to do everything you can to rehab and get feeling good as soon as possible. And so everything's been heading in the right direction. Everything's improving. So I feel good about where I'm at.
If you were to, if you had family call and say, you think you're playing on Sunday or not, what would your answer be?
I'd say it's going to be a game time decision with everything, and we'll see how this thing goes. As I'm sure you heard from Matt, that's probably all you're going to get. So I think that's just kind of where this thing is with, like I said, with the injury, you're just trying to get back as soon as possible, and I feel about really good where I'm at.
Were you physically unable to go through the full practice today?
I did some things out there that and felt good about where I was and everything. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
When the injury happened, what was kind of going through your head? The process where you tried to come back in, then you ended up being ruled out. Were you worried about it being worse than it ended up being?
That was the thing. I hadn't had that feeling before, and when it initially happened, it took me a second, then I felt like I could get back out there, and then after a couple movements, it was evident that it would be hard for me to be at 100% when playing. So, it's just working through that. I think that's the biggest thing.
How difficult was last Sunday to watch?
I think for everybody that we have a standard, and that wasn't what we wanted, and so I think everybody at times that game was just a little frustrated, but the best thing we've done, we've put our head down. We've seen areas that we can do to help and to fix things, and I feel like we've had a really good week of practice.
What have you learned about Justin through this time, like just in the room with him, responding to what happened?
Yeah, I think he's responded really well. I think things for him, he's got a ton of resiliency. There was never his head was never down. I feel like he was out there and he was fighting till the very end. It's a tough game to be in, but it's learning experience. He's going to take things from that game and things that he experienced, and it's just going to make him a better player.
Andy, regardless of whatever designation you might have had during the week, what's the most injured you've played an entire game through that you can recall in your career?
Man, that's a good question. There's always been little things that have happened, whether it be a sprained ankle or something like that. So it's hard to say what the most injured I've been.
Have you played through worse than whatever you're feeling now, I guess?
Man, I have to think. I've been fortunate where I really haven't had to deal with too much.
How would you describe what your knee feels like?
I've never had a bone bruise. I don't know what it feels like.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's felt better every day, and it's just kind of where I'm at with this thing is keep improving, keep getting better, and that's all my focus is right now.
More of a pain tolerance. Is it fair to say it's more pain tolerance than a stability issue?
Yeah, I think that's something that we'll talk with the doctors and make sure everything is right, and we'll go from there.
And for any quarterback, what's the key to getting the ball out quickly?
I think it's just being understanding the timing of everything and trusting your guys to be in the right spot, and you got to play fast and just be decisive and get the ball in your hands. I think that's the biggest thing.
When it comes to that injury, is the thinking that it could significantly improve in the next 2 days?
Yeah, it's been improving every day. So that's the whole thing. Is just if we can keep this thing improving every day, then we'll be in a good spot.
Are you here late at night rehabbing it, or what's that process been like?
There's been a lot of rehab, and I've been here early, making sure that I have a ton of time to do everything I can to get back out there as quick as I can.
Andy, given the situation that you're in here, what has the clear message from Matt Nagy saying you're still the starting quarterback when you're healthy meant to you?
It means a lot. I mean, I feel like that's what I was told when I first got here, and obviously a lot of circumstances, things can change and all that kind of stuff, but it just shows the confidence that they have in me and what I can bring and what I can do for this team.
You've been on teams that have had long losing streaks. this was only one game, but it felt like everybody went into this week pretty soberly. What has the week been like around the building in terms of not only being honest about what's wrong, but then trying to fix it?
It's been really positive. I think that's one thing that this thing happened early in the season. It was one game, and we won the week before. So you can pull from all different things, and so it only counted one. And I think for us, we took an honest look at ourselves and see what we could do to improve, and I feel like that's what we did, and I feel really good about what we've been able to do this week.
Andy, before you got hurt, you were marching down the field against the Bengals on a pretty good drive, scoring a touchdown. How much is that still sitting with you, I guess, in terms of maybe a level of confidence when you get back out there, or is that just a situation where, like, hey, it was the opening script, just the opening drive of game, but is that giving any kind of confidence the offense can get back on track if you're out there?
For sure, I have a ton of confidence in what we can do, and every week you have an opening script, and it doesn't always work out exactly how you think. So, I mean, for us to start that game first drive, make plays that we needed to, and go down and score a touchdown, I mean, that shows what we're capable of doing. And so I have a ton of confidence in this offense, a ton of confidence in our guys that we're going to get this thing back on track.
Did that add to the frustration of getting hurt?
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good about where I was at and what I was able to do. And like you said, driving the ball down and making a play with my legs and doing some things that really helped this offense. So, yes, anytime you get hurt, anytime there's an injury, it can be frustrating. But you don't stay there with your mind. You say, all right, what can we do to get better? What can I do to get better? And that's your focus.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.